Is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers. Starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, McCaffrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
On the carry.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
He's brought down.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one goes for 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
4th, and no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will bring it back. It's an interception returned for a Rams touchdown.
The extra point.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It's their 3rd drive now, and so far we've seen them punt. In that 2nd drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Hey, got four down. 24 is the mic. Nice, sweetheart.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
On the handoff.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
28 yards.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Rams.
On the ground, it's Akers. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He was just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
10-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll drop to throw. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. They're going to look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Caught left side by Hilton. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
1st and goal.
A gain of 32 that time. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll set up a throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Sam Sloman for the extra point.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
2nd and 6. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. 58.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 23 yards the pickup there. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a run with Akers. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Hey, watch it.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
The ball carrier.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts?
Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Point is good.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
Complete.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jalen Reagor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the and the Rams got him. They bring him down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
It's a pickup of
the Panthers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Panthers. 48 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On play action, they'll throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On first down, Akers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
At the 14-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Derek Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3rd and long.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences, and this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
7-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. He's at the 30, the 20, 10.
Oh, boy, you ain't got
and he
no
will
feet.
bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Sam Sloman.
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And